Are we going? Okay. Hello and welcome to Channel Realms. This first episode we are going to talk about what LARPing is and what this project is and why I'm standing here. And we'll tell you a little bit about what's coming up in the LARP community, the Realms. There are events approaching rapidly. Tournaments of Creethorn is coming up, but welcome to Channel Realms. This will hopefully be a weekly podcast or weekly YouTube video that will cover what's happening on this server and also what's happening in the realms in general. So our first installment is... So the Realms of Wonder is a LARP community in New England, and we hold events every weekend pretty much. And in our online Hall of Nations on the Realmscraft server, we have portals to the many lands that we're building, but we also have an event calendar. And the information for this calendar was taken from realmsnet.net. You should go there and get information that's more accurate than this, although this should be right. We have our practice schedule listed. We have WPI practices on Monday. Tuesday has a Nottingham practice except for the third Tuesday of the month. Yukon practices every Wednesday. It's the biggest practice in New England, I think, and a Nashua practice up in New Hampshire. And there's a Greenfield practice out in Western Mass. And we just had Feast of Chimeron, and last weekend was Rise of the Shadow King and the Green and Gold event, where the youngest of the realms and the oldest of the realms fight, although this past year it was the youngest and the oldest against the middle range people, I think. And this coming weekend is one of the biggest events of the year, the Tourneys of Creethorn 19. That's going to be a great time. It's a big party with tournaments and all kinds of fun. They put on a good show up there. That's up in New Hampshire, up in Grafton. So go to realmsnet.net for information on how to get to these events. And next month we are looking forward to quite a few events. There's a Trilogy of Darkness on the second and on the second. There's the North-South War on the 9th and 10th, and on the 16th and the 24th, 22nd, 3rd, and 4th, there are events. So I'll update this calendar so that next week we will have all accurate information, and I'll try to let you know what's going on. So that's what's going on, and I will post information and updates as I get them. Comments are great. And let's go back up to the studio, back up here and up to the tower, and we'll do our next segment. Okay, so our next segment is something called Reality Check. In Reality Check, I'm going to show you some, real LARPing stuff, not just square blockheads in this crazy server. And hopefully you'll get a better feel for what this whole LARPing thing is, and maybe you'll be inspired to come and join us in the realms, or you might even try setting up your own LARP. But I'm going to try to give you a feel for what this whole LARPing thing is all about. Welcome to Channel Realms. Today's episode I'm bringing you footage from the Feast of Chimeron 20 at Ye Olde Commons in Charlton, Mass. In today's episode I'm going to try to show you a little bit of what an actual LARP event would look like. Hope you enjoy it. An awful lot happened over the weekend. Among other things, we were told many stories.
Hi, we're Oberon and Titania. We're part of the court that has been here the whole time and you've never seen. And the heroes are like, okay. So there's this huge court, and they're like, oh, nothing possibly can go wrong. Waylon, 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 Fury, what's going on? End of the world. Almost. Time passes, time passes. Then this dude shows up and is like, hi, I'm Owen. No, wait, I mean, I'm the king of fairy, bitches. And Oberon's like, over my dead body. And that's when Bugalin says, that's the point.
Those of us who showed up early got a sneak preview of what the actual plot was for the weekend.
We are the Off-White Anites, and with our powers combined, we will rule an off-white world! With the castle that's off-white
After that was over, we were all brought over to the tavern where we gathered for the reading of the rules, which is done at the beginning of almost every good LARP event.
But we'll of course start off with reading of the rules.
I'll spare you the boring details. You can read them online at realmsnet.net.
That said, that's the out of character intro to this event. Now, in character introduction to the event, we give you the king.
My friends, I want to welcome you to another year at Feast of Chimeron. This is Feast of Chimeron 20. Have a seat. How unexpected!
Vikings are attacking the North Gate.
They're just Vikings, right? Just Vikings? Like Vikings, right?
Sure they have a boat?
We're landlocked.
Vikings have chicken. They still have a boat.
Okay, that's Vikings. We'll deal with it later. So aside from a small Viking problem, it looks like we are all set for a nice, happy, and peaceful Feast of Chimeron this year.
Who did it? Who did it? The fashion! They're red! They don't work! They're red!
Why are your servant sashes red?
Some fucker decided it would be funny, Your Majesty. Some fucker decided it would be funny to turn my sashes red and my fucking vegetables white. This is no... Feast isn't happening.
I don't think those sashes are white. But if the sashes aren't white, then we can't be sure that our food is safe from poison and disease. I'm sure we will find a perfectly reasonable solution to the colored sash problem, and we'll still be able to, and the vegetables will be okay, and then there will be no problems. So aside from that, it looks like we're looking forward to a wonderful, peaceful Feast of Chimeron.
Your Majesty! Your Majesty! There are people disappearing in the caves. There's like rivers.
Your Majesty! Your Majesty! Spiders! Spiders! Oh, that way. Spiders! Spiders!
People in caves. What?
Spiders in the woods! Listen to spiders. Lots of spiders.
Spiders in the woods.
Yes.
And people disappearing.
In our caves full of treasure, people are disappearing.
I don't know if it's actually any treasure, but yeah, people are disappearing. So we should do that. The shit's all
Mistress Kiyomi,
Okay.
would you please take on the position of Royal Quest Organizer?
Yes, sir. Thanks, sir. Yeah.
So much for a peaceful year. My friends, so you don't get bored today, if you would be willing to turn to Mistress Kiyomi, who will be organizing all of these awful, horrible things that are, well, she hopefully won't be organizing the horrible part, but maybe the cure part. But if you could please check in with Kiyomi. By royal decree, if you bring back proof of your valor, we'll open the royal heroic stockpile. Kiyomi, do we have royal heroic stockpiles? And heroic tickets for heroic prizes? This sounds like an excellent plan that cannot fail. So my friends, if you could kind of lend a hand, that'd be awesome. But thank you for coming to a peaceful Feast of Chimeron.
While brave adventurers went on quests outside, I actually manned a computer and showed off the Realmscraft project so that people who didn't know about it would be able to sit down and take the server in our game for a test run. As this was a feast event, at the end of the day, after questing and fun was had out in the fields, everyone gathered to have a feast, and many courses of excellent food was prepared and served to our brave heroes and adventurers. In future installments, I'll show you a little bit about how our combat system works and how fighting is resolved. It's really exciting. I think you'll get a lot out of it. So stay tuned for this segment in future episodes. Okay, and our last segment for today is it's going to be a Realmscraft Spotlight. It's going to be a spotlight on stuff happening on the server. We actually had a quest not too long ago. I'll give you a little detail. At an actual Realms event where we ran around with foam swords in the real world, we had basically a mini quest as part of a larger quest where people went into Baba Yaga's hut and they went on a little adventure. And it was a lot of fun. It was really neat. And on this server, I've created a Baba Yaga's hut, and I've made a quest environment for people to go and explore it. and check it out. So I've made a video of their experiences. It's our first try, so it's not awesome, but it's pretty good. It's a good first try. And yeah, anyway, take a look. I hope you like it. Okay, so that is Baba Yaga's hut, and our brave adventurers quested into it. That's one of them there. They ran around and picked up a bunch of supplies that I left for them, and they did a great job. They went through and got a good feel for what it's like, and they cleared out a whole bunch of mobs, put monsters. Mobs are monsters. Put up torches. There's Monique. She actually wound up getting killed a couple of times, but fun was had. And it was a great opportunity for the mages to actually, do whatever they wanted, because in here we have no real magic system yet. But the server's highly moddable and the game is very modifiable, so we'll be tweaking it eventually. And yeah, they had a great time. They ran around like crazy. Afterwards, they gathered up and they went in one last time, I think, to clear stuff out, and then Baba Yaga kicked them all out. So that's what happened. It was on Sunday night, and we hope to have more stuff happening soon. Anyways, that's everything for today. Thank you for watching. I hope you found this interesting, and in future episodes, I'm sure I will get better. It's a work in progress. There's a spider around here somewhere. I think I'm hearing some noises. Oh well, it's daytime. Spiders don't usually attack during the day. I'm sure someday we'll be attacked on set here. But thank you for watching, and until next time, hope you liked it. Leave comments, and hopefully I'll keep this going. With any luck, I will see you in a week.